barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe. So I'm going to talk about Tank Davis real quick. A lot of people are having this conversation about Tevin Farmer or Tank Davis. Y'all better come to grips with how special Tank Davis really is. Tank Davis is special, y'all. And it's nothing you can do. It's nothing I can do. It's nothing she can do. It's nothing Mr. can do, Mrs. can do that can change that but Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a special talent. And people like him don't come along often. He's like either he's going to be a shooting star or the North Star. He's going to have to make up his mind. Now, does he need more discipline? He's 21. He needs more discipline. Does he need more focus? He's 21. He needs more focus. I'll be honest. I've always had this conversation. If you've had private conversation with me, I'm gonna make it public. I've said this so many times. If God would have allowed me the success I have at 41 that I had at 23, damn, my life. I wouldn't have. I'll just say I wouldn't have the peace I have now in my life. You know, like when you give a kid who's rarely trust. If you guys know the backstory on Tank Davis, you guys understand that I'm not giving him an out. I'm just spilling facts that I know. You know, foster home kid. Only sanctuary he had in his life was boxing and in the gym. Trust issues per se. I did a great interview with him that I hope comes out soon. We're working on some things now. I did a phenomenal job with him on that, and you guys hopefully see that in the near future. Tank Davis is special, man, and he's had some issues growing up in his life, and you can't but root for that kid. You know, similar to a Mike Tyson-ish in terms of childhood and I mean, not a parallel, but it's comparative. And especially how he's knocking people out. What he got? 20 fights, 19 knockouts, or 19 fights, 18 knockouts, somewhere in there. He's done a sensational job. And I root for this kid because I know he's a special talent. You know special when you see special. Like for me, I was in the 9th grade. I was a pretty good basketball player, right? I had the option to go to a few high schools, right? But there was a 7th grader in my school named Kenny Bruner. They call him AKA Bad Santa. He's on the And1 mixtape tour. He was freshman of the year at Georgetown. Let me tell you something. I was good. Jason Hart was the 8th grader. He was good. We were blowing teams out by 80 points in middle school, right? It was me, Jason Hart, who made the NBA, and Kenny Bruner, who should be a Hall of Famer in the NBA. Yeah, Jason Hart was good. I was good. Kenny Bruner was special. And I knew it in the 9th grade. The guy manhandled me. He had like a high school body in the 7th grade. You know what I mean? In terms of stature, in terms of physical strength and his ability to do whatever he wanted to do on the basketball court. And that's Tank Davis, you know, where you look at him and you say, there's something special about this kid. And I just wanted... I know somehow, some way this video is going to get to him. I think the kid is special. And I think he needs... Now, I'm still going to hold him accountable to the fuck-ups that he do. And I'm going to tell him... See, the funny... Y'all don't know these things, but a lot of these PBC fighters, I talk to them privately. And I'm fortunate enough that I can outreach to them and have private conversations with them. So when you guys say, you won't tell them to their face, you won't do it, I literally have great conversations with them on how I view things, you know, because I'm very pragmatic, you know, and I think success is a one-lane highway. I'm just telling you, the attributes that it takes to be successful is a one-lane highway. You understand? These are attributes to be successful. Characteristics you must have is uniform for the most part. You know, like, you got to have discipline. You got to have faith. You got to have work ethic, you know, and I'll just digress back and say I believe Tank to be special. And I just want to consistently feed that energy because of his background. And remember I did a video on Tank Davis, and I said I'm not going to go hard on him when he was yelling at, I believe it was Deontay Wilder, when he said something about a she-male, a she-ra, or something like that, how he fights. I said I'm not going to go hard on him because he was 20 at the time, right? And he actually apologized for that to Deontay Wilder through my videos, right? And I even told Deontay Wilder he apologized to him. And I said all that to say that he's growing. We're literally watching, and I say this as humbly, we're literally watching a displaced, not orphans, you call them adopted type kids, grow before our very eyes. And I think if, along with our criticism of him, and he's one of the few kids that I think when you wrap your arms around him, he's gonna end up being special. Because we already know the rage he possesses. We've seen the kid fight. He's special. He's a special talent. Tevin Farmer, no challenge. Lomachenko, great fight. But the Tevin Farmer stuff got me thinking, is this Tank? Go knock. I think he destroys Tank Farmer. And it's a good fight. It's being built. It's being promoted the smart way. These guys don't see each other, but they're promoting through social media. And I'll be real. I've done 2 interviews with Tank Davis where he's been very open, very transparent. Go back to May 19th when I was in the Gary Russell. I had about a 30-minute conversation with Tank Davis, and you could see him opening up little by little by little by little. I thought, I'm not tooting my own horn, but you know when you got something special. You know when you're interviewing somebody and it could be it was like 5 cameras around him, and we're literally having a great conversation. And he was opening up to me a little bit, and I got some great information. And honestly, it was right then and there when I was, because I never spent time with Tank Davis, but I've fortunate enough I spent time with him since then. Like the Robert Easter fight, you guys saw me rag on his shoes, but that comes from me talking to him off camera. And you guys saw him clown me after the Robert Easter fight. That comes from us hanging out. Not hanging out. Forgive me for saying hanging out, because we're not friends. Like, but we're cool around each other. You know, like like him ragging on me after the fight. You guys, you know that's who they are. He's 21 years old. I'm 41. He's supposed to talk about how much money he has. He has more money than me, right? So he's supposed to, well, I don't know. But maybe, like, but I'm saying he's successful. He's supposed to talk about shit like that. And I'm supposed to just take it. I'm 41. I'm not going to get into a bagging match with a 21-year-old kid. But I said all this to say this. Tank Davis is growing before our very eyes. And we're going to play a huge part in Tank Davis' success, whether we like it or not, whether he's a shooting star or a North Star. All right? And I'm using that analogy intentional. All right? I'll say it again because it's going to touch somebody. If I say this shit one more time, it's going to make you fully grasp where I'm coming from. Tank Davis is either going to be a shooting star or a North Star. I'm still going to criticize Tank Davis, but I understand the subject in which is at hand. You understand, like, kind of like when Adrian Broner cursed me out in New York. Before he cursed me out, I told Adrian Broner, say what you got to say, because I already know how we start our conversation. So say what you got to say, and then I'll ask you the question. And he proceeded to say he wanted to fuck me up. I knew he didn't mean it. 5 minutes later, he apologized to me. That's just who Adrian Broner is, man. And I want Tank to do well. February 9th, they announced the fight, Abner Mares. Abner Mares is basically the president of boxing. You know what I mean? You guys got to get to know Abner Mares. Abner Mares is the shit. Like, in real life, he's the shit. He's a calm, cool, steady, firm, confident guy. And I wish him well. I obviously have Tank Davis the favorite in that fight. But Abner Mares, in round 4, is going to give Tank problems. Round 5 is going to give Tank problems. His angles, he's going to stay at a bay. He's going to stay a bay for 4 rounds. He may even give Tank Davis the first 2 rounds. You know, just because he's setting traps for the later rounds. He's going to use angles. He's going to fight from distance. He's going to use his jab and always go left. He's going to be, man. No, Tank Davis is left-handed, right? Yeah, so he's going to go left, yeah. So, it's going to be exciting. So anyways, man, I just wanted to do this video and say I'm rooting for Tank. Am I going to hold him accountable? Absolutely. It's just the reality of it. But Tank Davis is one of these kids, and everybody knows, everyone, I don't care if you rich, grew up in Beverly Hills, or you grew up like me in South Central LA and Harlem and the Bronx. You know special when you see special. You just know. Tank Davis is special. And that's it. So either he's going to be a shooting star or a North Star. Y'all see that star right there, that light? Barbershop, my dome light. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.